I was thinking about taking some notes for this one, but I think I'm just gonna shoot it from the hip. It's kind of response to videos I've seen about talking about, urban preppers versus homesteaders, isolationists, and I would rate that spectrum from, isolationist on the left, to those who live in the city, urban. And then there's those in between. And this is kind of the rationale to where I'm at, where I live at, what I have around me, what resources are around me, and the reasons I've decided to do what I've done. So, first off, from an urban standpoint, it's going to be chaos. And it poses challenges. It's not undoable if you can have the network of people around you that can form a community to withstand the chaos that's going to happen, but it's going to be extremely hard. Jumping to the other side of the spectrum, from an isolationist standpoint, if you're on your homestead with just your family, I think you have the same challenges. You can't stay awake 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can't. That was one of the big deciding points of where I'm at. It's grandiose to think that you're in a place where you can't be touched, but it's just not the case. And one of the major things that I would do if I was into looting and scavenging and going property to property is just harassment, right? So somebody on that side of the spectrum, I would just harass them at different sides of their property over a period of time until they were absolutely exhausted, and then that's when you go in. Going back to the urban side, I think there's going to be a lot of chaos there, and there's going to be a lot of attrition just due to the chaos. Now take it a step out to the suburban, same case as the urban, still going to be a lot of chaos. So you could still form a community, you could still do okay, but I think by the time the days count down after an event, there's going to be so much attrition inside the city, so much attrition in the suburban areas, that the risk for urban coming to the suburban is going to be much less than I think people are given credit for. Likewise, the same thing for suburban to out in the country. Now, people have said that, or will say that I live in the suburb. And yeah, I could say I live in a suburb, but I live in a development that has about 70 houses of people that I can motivate and bring together to form a community of folks who will protect themselves. Within about 8 to 10 miles on any side of us, there's scattered houses. At best, who also can be brought in as forward observation posts to help protect that community. The closest city to us is a 10-minute drive in the country. We have no major thoroughway. There is a minor thoroughway that drives up through. The property I'm at is not visible from any thoroughways. I'm betting on the fact of bringing people together. I don't think that you're going to be able to do this alone. I really don't. And, if you think you can, just please rethink it, because I don't think it's possible. There's too many there's too many variables out there. I like being in the middle because people have skills are useful. I can't do everything all the time. I mean, that's what I'm running into right now. Like, I'm trying to do everything and I can't, and I'm tired. But there are skills that you could hand off to people to where you don't have to be tired all the time. It's kind of the way I look at the 60 to 70 houses that are around us. I can bring all those people together. I can form a group with them. We're isolated enough that it can be protected. That's kind of the point, is it's hard to rely on a network of folks who live a distance from you, because they're not going to want to leave the location that they've prepped and have. It's going to be hard for them to leave that unless the disruption has torn through their area. So, I mean, you very well could be on your own. And, for me, I don't want to be on my own. I have the realization that being on my own is not good because A, I'm not going to sleep, and B, I'm not going to eat very much because I'm going to take care of my family and my kids and my wife, which means I'm going to take the brunt of it, which means I'm going to be no good, come 2 weeks, come 4 weeks, come 6 weeks, but I'm dumb like that, and that's what I'm going to do. So, I don't know, my perspective, I think you have to have, or be able to have, people that can rally around you, who are close to you, to be able to help sustain. I agree that, being urban is going to be challenging, but I also believe that being isolated is not the answer either, because it's going to be extremely hard to do everything you need to do, protect your family, and stay 24/7 up. So, I don't know, my thoughts.